This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, you Irons. This is West Ham Unofficial. Welcome back to a big talk about football, our weekly show where we talk about all things in the Premier League and just the Premier League tonight. We will be live on air for just the 30 minutes tonight because England are playing tonight. I know it's only Hungary, but we thought we'd only do the Premier League part of the show tonight to give you an opportunity to see England face Hungary tonight. As always, at the start, my co-host Mike. How are you?
Yeah, fine, Jake. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Before we get into comments and bring guests on, let's have a look at a few international team sheets. We'll start off with England's one, Mike. In terms of what West Ham are concerned, Declan Rice is in. I think we expected that, didn't we?
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the first names on the sheet now, I think.
Yeah.
To be totally honest. But interesting to see he's starting Jack Grealish.
Yeah, definitely. You got Mount there, Sterling. Jesse Lingard is on the bench. He doesn't start. Yeah. But an interesting game. I'll probably be flicking between, if I do watch any of these, between the England one and the Czech Republic one, because all three, yes, we've now got three Czech mates are starting tonight. We'll see right back Vladimir Coufal and the two in midfield on our West Ham players, Alex Krau and Thomas Souček. So, Mike, it'll be quite interesting to see them as well tonight.
Yeah, I watch their games most of the time, to be honest. If, England aren't playing, I'll always watch the Czech game. Keep my eye on them. As I had a little look at our other new signing last night playing for Croatia.
I didn't watch it. What was he like?
Yeah, he was okay. He didn't set the world alight, but he looks a good player. Yeah.
Good. Let's use in the chat before we bring our guests on. 20 minutes ago, James was in. I hope you're well, of course. Peach is in. Hope you're well, Peach. Evening to everybody, and Tony as well. Evening, Jake. Hope all is well with you. It certainly is. Come on, you Irons. Right then, Mike. Is it time to bring some guests on?
Yeah, why not? That's
wow. Before we do, drop a like on the stream, share if you would like to, subscribe, and then the other side of the screen, Mike, it's hit the notification bell right there.
Ding the bell. Ding
the bell to be notified whenever we go live or upload a video. So subscribe, turn on the notifications to be notified. Be greatly appreciated. Right then, here come all of the people in the chat. Gary's in. Hope you're well. Andy is in the building. Andy, hope you're well. Andy. Come on, hope you're well too. Come on, you sardies. It was booked in for last night. I'm not chickening out, but I wasn't very well last night, so I didn't do it last night. But it's coming. Kent's in. Hope you're well, Kent. Sardines are definitely coming. Everyone else is in the chat. Gary, Gaza as well. Charlie boy. Everybody's starting to roll in. Right, let's get a guest on. Mike, can you believe this? Yet again on a big talk about football, every single one of our guests are below us in the league.
Yeah. Brilliant feeling, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. We'll bring on Rob, who is a Man United fan. Rob, how are you?
Hello, Jake. Hello, Mike. You all right?
You all right, Rob? Yeah. Fine, buddy.
Not too bad at all. Right then, we'll get straight in with it then. It's going to be a regular occurrence tonight. Transfer window slammed shut recently. So are you happy with your business, Rob? I mean, Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo. Can't be bad.
Difficult to say no, isn't it, really? Yeah, very happy with it. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what we needed, although Ronaldo was a bit of a surprise. Very happy with Varane in the back there. What the experience he's going to bring to that back four is fantastic. I can't wait to see him bed in and work alongside Maguire. Yeah, really, really happy with that.
Yeah. Do you think Ronaldo's more of a memory signing than it is a real signing? 500 grand a week he's on.
Yeah, I feel a little bit on my own with the way I've been thinking about this. I'm a little bit worried that it's one of these knee-jerk signings, just to stop him going to City. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it seems daft to say it. He's probably the greatest player in the world, but I don't want him to turn up and upset what's been going on, because
Yeah.
Ollie's been making signings and building his team and progressing, and none of that has been with Ronaldo in mind. So all of a sudden, he's going to, whether he wants it or not, he's going to be the main man. Everybody's going to be talking about him, and he's going to have to perform straight away. And I'm a little bit worried that signing the greatest player in the world might upset what's been going on. Do you know what I mean? It does sound a bit daft, I know, but
Rob, do you think Cavani's going to play much now?
Well, this is the thing. I really hope, because we didn't need more goals. Sorry, we always need more goals, but we didn't need another out-and-out striker, did we? Cavani was fantastic last season.
I thought he was good, yeah.
I know he's getting on a bit, and he's probably not as fit as Ronaldo, but what he brings to that team, and you've seen the way he plays alongside Greenwood and Rashford, they've come on leaps and bounds already. And Cavani's only been there for, a year or so. So I really hope that he's still, has got a strong place in the team. Probably it's only his age that's going to hold him back.
Yeah.
Maybe, and injuries.
True. He's not going to play every week, is he? Full stop. But
no.
I mean, now I think the amount of money you're paying for Ronaldo, he's got to play a lot of games, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. And he's capable of playing a lot of games.
Yeah, he's fit.
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing, but it's just all the reasoning and all the stuff that goes on behind closed doors. I don't want that to suddenly take foreground and upset the apple cart,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like I said, it does seem daft worrying about signing the greatest player in the world.
I'm with you. Here we go. Their first question is: with United's 3 signings, does Rob feel like they can do the impossible and finish above the mighty Hammers?
Well, it's going to be a tough one. It's really going to be a tough one, but we'll see what happens at the end of the season.
We certainly will. Kent says very good window for Man United. A CDM short, do you believe, Rob?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. Trouble is, we've got Fred there, who, well, you don't know which Fred's going to turn up. He was pretty awful against Wolves. Well, pretty awful is probably a bit harsh, but he's always got that Rick in him, hasn't he? So yeah, possibly a bit short there.
Yeah, Gary said we would take Ronaldo off your hands, no props. Well, I don't think Solly's going to pay up 120 grand a week for a player. No wonder 480 grand a week for a player.
Crazy, isn't it?
Is this a compliment or something bad, Jake? I think you've aged by 40 years. Thank you. Mike, the biggest question of the night for you. There's 26 people watching and there's 13 likes. What's the like target? How many do we need to get by a pass?
We've got to get past 25 tonight, haven't we?
We have. Yeah. Let me get this banner. When Mike speaks, Mike needs to get what he wants. I'm just going to make the thingy up now. The banner. We need 25 likes. Come on, there's 26 people watching. We want 25 likes. 28 people watching, 25 likes. Come on, it makes sense. 25.
Hit that button.
Hit that like button. 16 now. It's going up. It keeps rocketing up. Next for you then, Rob. How does it feel, personally, to be third? You've got Spurs. I mean, we won't really talk about them, but you've got the mighty West Ham United at the London Stadium.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough game, isn't it?
It will be. We have got you 2 times in 3 days. Yeah.
That's going to be a really tough game because you guys are looking great. I think last season you looked fantastic. Early, what we played 3 games now, and you can't really even look at the league table yet, can you? Unless you're a West Ham fan, obviously.
Oh yes, you can. We've been looking at the league 2 times, 3 times a day. Don't you worry about that. Just to make sure it's real. Mike, do you think that it's going to be tough mentally and physically? Obviously, playing a game 2 times in 3 days, but playing the same team 2 times in 3 days.
It won't be the same team, Jake, will it? I mean, there's probably going to be about 15 to 18 different players on that pitch from what I play in the league game for sure. I think we got other priorities. So's United, to be fair, but I mean, I think, we'll have a lot of youngsters playing in that game for sure.
I think it'll be a really good contest in the league, and I think it'll be a battle of the kids personally in the League Cup because it's not everybody's priority. Would you agree, Rob?
Yeah, definitely. League Cup, unfortunately, has always been, well, in recent years, it's just if you get through to the later stages, the managers tend to start taking it a bit more seriously, don't they?
Yeah.
But I don't like the way the League Cup's been treated over the last decade or so. It's a shame, isn't it, really?
It's a shame it's been devalued, but I mean, it's the money, isn't it, Rob? That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean,
it's worth so much more to finish higher place in the league table than it is, But they've got to think of the fans. Fans want a day out at Wembley, don't they?
Yeah,
and I think that's what these teams have got to do now. They've got to think, hang on a minute, we got a chance in this cup, especially the teams like Arsenal, not involved in Europe. They might be involved in a relegation fight, but
we've got an Arsenal fan coming later.
We'll have a bit of fun with him then. Joking aside, I mean, teams like that who's not involved in Europe, they could well have a crack at it, but the likes of United and teams are, they've got massive squads anyway. I mean, they can still put a decent second team out.
Yeah, let's take some comments here in the chat. Brownie's in. Hope you well, Brownie. Quick hello from the chef. Hope you well, Scott. What's on the menu tonight? What am I coming down for? What's on the menu? Got brownie, steak. What's going on? Tell me. Ken says, a refereeing decision cost us versus Man U last season. Yeah. That's where the game turns. Completely agree. Robertson as well. Hope you well, Robert. Right, then let's bring our next guest on. Guess what, Mike? It's another club that's below us in the league.
There's plenty of them, Jake. There's plenty of them.
Yeah, plenty of them. Let's just keep on bringing them in.
How's it going, Jake? All right, mate?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Good lad.
Before I come to you, Ollie, Mike, we're on 22 likes. We're edging closer.
Come on, guys. Hit that button.
Hit that like button. Here we go. What it says here. Got a fancy new graphic. Should it Mike before he likes it, so I'm going to keep putting it up. Oh, now that side in it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Be greatly appreciated. Coming to you then, Ollie. Are you happy with your transfer window? Obviously, deadline day a couple of days ago. You brought in just one player, a centre-back, I do believe. Is that enough?
I can certainly see why some people think we needed to buy more. That could be the reason, maybe why we could be winners at the end of the league or not. Maybe we don't quite do it. I know a lot of people will say that's the reason why we didn't do it. But then again, I also think you have to believe in Klopp. I mean, he's probably sold more players, made more money selling players than he has actually bought. So financially for the club, he's brilliant, isn't he? Really. So we'll see. He's got a belief in young Elliott, which is really good. And obviously Curtis Jones is still there. He's going to get more mature this year, getting stronger every year. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting season for Liverpool this season.
Yeah. Do you believe that Liverpool have definitely gone for quality over quantity, bringing in the centre back? And do you like just buying one player than buying five?
Yes, I do, Jake. Yeah. Yeah, especially at the moment. I mean, that's the main worry is if Van Dijk gets injured, isn't it? I mean, because we don't need to keep going on how great he is. But also Matip's very good, but he's very injury prone at the same time. So to have that cover, in centre half is a massive thing, really. And I think as long as we don't get too many injuries everywhere else all over the pitch, I still think Liverpool have got a squad, worth competing to win the league. They've still got some great
players. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, no doubt. I think Liverpool got 12, 15 really good players. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Only worry for Liverpool I'd have is African Nations Cup when you lose Mane and Salah for those.
Yeah, because Mane's going to be gone, isn't he, for a while? That's right. They will miss Mane and Salah as well, isn't it? Because he's.
Did I read somewhere that Klopp was going to try and block them playing? Or did I dream that?
Sorry, the volume's gone a bit funny. The speech was it again.
I thought I read somewhere that Klopp was going to try and block the African players going. Or did I dream that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
what's
hear that
happened?
somewhere. I did hear that. Whether that's actually true or not, I'm not sure. But
What's
it would be
happened
great.
is basically that the Premier League and clubs in the Premier League have been told or advised to stop people going out on international break if their games are being played in red list countries, so countries that they think they got more chance of bringing COVID back. So
I
see. Yeah,
that's
That makes
halted
no
it
sense.
slightly.
Okay.
The Gooner fan can't make it, so we're not going to be able
Oh,
to take the mick out of it.
I give him some stick tonight. Damn it!
See,
all
that's
would have
the
been
biggest
down.
groan of the night that our Liverpool that our Arsenal fan can't turn up. Oh well.
Oh, not that old chestnut, Jake.
But West Ham, then. West Ham. Wow, looking amazing.
I know. We will keep on doing amazing. But in other news, Mike, we've got 27 likes. What's the next stop?
Oh, well, it's 35 now, mate. Let's raise the bar.
Come on, Mike has rose the bar. Let's try and get to 35 likes. Coming back on the screen, hit that like button. Why not? Why not? Rob, coming back to you. What should the Man United's objectives be, do you think, for this season? Winning a cup? What are you thinking?
Yeah, at least, really. They've got to be up there challenging for the league title this year, I think, especially with that massive new wage outlay. Yeah, they've got to be. I mean, they were up there last season challenging in the end. And yeah, so progression is to win the league. At the end of the day, that's what everybody's striving to do, isn't it? The way they've made some decent signings and chucked a load of money at it again, I think that's what their priority is. Obviously, the League Cup, that is what it is. The FA Cup, I think again they play that a bit like the League Cup these days, don't they? The bigger teams, if they get through, they play weaker teams. If they get through, get to the quarters and whatnot, then they start taking it seriously. But no, I think the Premier League for sure. Champions League, it's difficult because Ollie's now going to have to juggle everything around, isn't he? He's going to have to play his squad very cleverly. The league for me, I want the league definitely out of all of those. The Champions League, been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done
sorry,
that.
you don't, Jake.
Yeah. Just you wait.
You're top of the league, though. You're top of the league.
Well, we're second, actually. We're second. Let's not lie. We're second. The Spuds are top, but that won't be for long, Mike.
The Spuds.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Let's take some comments. Right. I'm going to go round the room then. Who was your favourite signing of the season? Mike, to you first, terms of West Ham. Favourite signing?
I think for us, it had to be Zuma because, as you know, Jake, we were there watching that game last Saturday, and I've got mates who are Chelsea fans, and they basically said if Zuma had been playing for us, we'd have won that game. Full stop. They think he's a great signing for us, and that's coming from Chelsea fans. I think he suits the way we play, and he's a proper ball-winning centre half. And we lost a lot of ball in around that area on Saturday. We can score goals. We've proved that. We've got to start keeping them out now, and hopefully he'd be the man that helps us do that. Definitely.
I mean, Ollie, you've only got one player to choose from. Favourite signing of the season? You've got one.
I know. Fingers crossed he's going to be promising, though. I think he will be. I'm not sure why Klopp hasn't played him yet. How old is he anyway, Konate?
Konate. It can't be. Is that the one, Ibrahima Konate? Is that the geezer? He is 22.
Yeah, he's still young, isn't he?
Still young.
Yeah, I think he'll be one to look for the future. I think Harvey Elliott will be like a new signing for Liverpool in a way. I mean, he's only 18, isn't he? I think he's going to be, really shining this season. He's looked strong, hasn't he, in his first two games? So I'm looking forward to seeing Elliott play.
Yeah,
Van Dijk's like a new signing as well, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Van Dijk. He's almost like a
Yeah. You can see how they missed him at the back last season, can't you? But
great player.
Yeah, he will be looking at signing.
And to finish up, before I let you go, Rob, I mean, you've got plenty of talent to choose from. Favourite signing?
Sentimentally, you've got to go for Ronaldo.
For sure, Ronaldo.
Yeah, you know, sentimentally, it's great, the whole story of coming back. And I love the fact that Fergie and Rio got on the phone to him and, you know, made him change his mind. I love all of that. But as I explained earlier on, I'm not sure it's exactly what we wanted.
I wouldn't mention Rio on this show. There's a bit of don't mention Rio on Man United. There's a bit of blood boiling at the moment about.
Well, I'll be off in a minute, so I'll leave you to it.
Yeah.
So, no, I think sentimentally, obviously Ronaldo is great to have him back at the club, but I think Varane for me is the best signing out of the lot. Sancho's going to be, well, we all know what he's capable of. We're capable of scoring lots of goals, and our forward play is great anyway. But it's that back line that's needed work, and I think maybe Varane is just going to drag Maguire up a bit, you know, a bit more in stature and confidence. And yeah, I think he could be the missing piece. So yeah, Varane for me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rob, for coming on.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Thanks, Rob.
Rob. Well done, mate.
Right, we're being ambushed here. All these Liverpool fans, Mike.
Taking over.
God.
We are being ambushed. Right, you'll be glad to know, Paul, that we've got a new centre back, so that means this beautiful man won't be playing week in, week out nowadays.
Oh, right. Who's the centre? Oh, from Chelsea.
Zuma. Yeah.
Is he any good?
Well,
The Chelsea fans rate him highly.
look at that. That beautiful man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he nearly won you the league last season, didn't he?
We're being ambushed, guys. In the chat, get your questions in for the Liverpool fans. Mike, anything you'd like to ask Paul before we continue on about Liverpool?
No, Paul, are you disappointed by the lack of signings for Liverpool?
Yeah, there's something about a new signing, a big signing that gets everyone, you know, excited, doesn't it? There's something, and there's not been any. I am a little bit. I mean, obviously they don't. You know, the Canati signing happened early, and obviously what happened last season proves they certainly needed that. You got a 4 top centre halves, haven't you? And of course, I assume they've got that now. You know, this 6'4" powerhouse. You know, eventually will replace Van Dijk. He's 30 now, but I suppose what he's done, he's sealed up. You're trying to seal up, you know, your Henderson, your Salah, your Fabinho, your Alisson, your Van Dijk, all Robertson, all with the contracts. I mean, that's the main thing to do. But is it that the money's there or the money's not there? That's a little bit odd. I mean, I think they bought the club for about 300 million. It's now valued at about 3 billion. So there certainly is money there. Obviously, they had the issue with the Super League and all that nonsense, but where would you sign if you had to sign a player for Liverpool? What position would you think he would go in?
I personally think that you need another striker. You know, we're just talking about, you know, the African Cup of Nations when you're going to lose Mane and Salah.
Yeah, I've looked at. Yes, you're absolutely right, and I've looked at that because they're talking about 7 games, and of course some of those may well be Carabao Cup and FA Cup, of course, third and fourth rounds. I think. Senegal and we're talking obviously Keita as well, but Senegal, Egypt. Etc. Their first games are about 9 days after Liverpool are due to play Chelsea on New Year's Day. So whether they can play in that game, and if they don't make the final, and there's not much difference. If you make the semi-final, you might as well be in the final because there's a third and fourth place playoff on the same day. Yeah. If they don't make the semi-final, all Liverpool will miss in the league. They will miss Crystal Palace and Brentford. That's all they're going to miss. So that's not the end of the world. But do they need to? Will these clubs demand that they're there more than 9 days in advance? I don't know what's happening with COVID, so they might miss the Chelsea game. But yeah, you're right. I think that's a big miss if they miss both of those for any extended amount. Salah and Mane, especially Salah. I still can't believe. I mean, he's just still. I still think he's underrated. His stats are unbelievable. He scored in the first game. The way he took the penalty. He's always on. He's no
Mikel Antonio though. He's no Mikel Antonio.
Thank the Lord he's not. But he's
so important. Someone like that.
Yeah.
I was looking, Paul, all day. I was looking for Mo Salah in the Player of the Month nominations. I just couldn't find him. All I found was Said Benrahma, Mikel Antonio. It was just West Ham dominated.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Salah's goal scoring record is actually a lot higher than Ronaldo's in his first so many games.
Yeah, yeah. When he started, I know. Yeah, he is, but he just creates, doesn't he? If he, I know that we've got Van
He's
Dijk
like
back.
I've always said Salah is very similar. He's not far when he's on his form. He's not far behind Messi, is he?
No,
But,
he's a phenomenal player.
yeah,
And
that first couple of seasons. Oof.
he is phenomenal. And I looked at it. I know Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool played that well in any game this season. But they got 7 points already, and they come back. They got Leeds, they got Crystal Palace and Brentford, and then they play Man City. I'm going to that game, and that'll be interesting. But you just got to get the points on the board. I mean, I think he's a little bit disappointed they didn't win. I mean, when you play turning around just before half time with a penalty and a sending off, really Liverpool. But they never really looked like scoring against Chelsea. But mind you, Chelsea, is it sometimes trickier to score against 10 men than it is 11?
Can be, yeah.
And Chelsea as well. I think that's probably one of the worst teams to go down to 10 men, because Tuchel, you've got to give it to him. He's come in there. And I mean,
totally
they
agree.
look a totally different team from
They
the
did
back.
defend well. Lonzo played well at the back. I'll give them that. They defended.
Yeah,
I think they were lacking that little bit of quality, weren't they, Liverpool? Which on other days they would score, wouldn't they?
Liverpool were lacking a sort of something like a Coutinho could maybe take on one or two players. But then you think they had Elliott who's playing with confidence. They had Jota, Mane, Salah on the pitch. So actually, hang on, you know what I mean? The players were there. And Klopp said it. He said a couple of years ago when we played them, we had to beat them. They beat them 2-0, and Salah smacked one in the top corner from 20.
Right.
They've done that. The chances are they win the game. It didn't happen. And they could probably still be playing now and wouldn't have scored. It was just one of those games. But it was one of those games none of the teams really wanted to lose. I know that sounds ridiculous saying that, but they really didn't want to lose, did they? And it would have been, I don't know. I mean, yet again, Man United were ordinary at the weekend. They got they're talking about that's a Greenwood goal. That was never even going in. It's an own goal. It's atrocious. United were appalling. It should have been a free kick. But that won't continue. I said that last season. It won't continue. People talking about Man United winning the league. I've never heard such rubbish in my life. Absolutely not a chance in the world.
I said United won't win the league this season.
And of course, with the money spent, of course, fantastic. The boys come home. Ronaldo's come home. He wasn't going to Man City the day before, and he wants £500,000 a week, but he loves Man United, doesn't he? So I don't know. It's great for Man United fans. They seem to think so.
Another question for you two guys is: don't you think you're going to miss Wijnaldum? Because I thought he was a great player. I really did.
Yeah, underrated again. Underrated, okay. Popped up with the odd goal. Yes, and it's just another player. It's another player who they can rely on, because obviously Milner's, another player, especially for a long season. I agree. He was, and he scored big goals. He scored 2 against Barcelona. He pops up with big headers as well. But yes, they haven't replaced him. Relying on Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. Hopefully Keita has it. But Wijnaldum, he was a good player. But I think Klopp is the way he's thinking. Hang on, when you look at the team, when you look at it was Alisson, Robson, Trent, Van Dijk, Matip. When it's there, maybe Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, Mane, Salah, Firmino, Jota, whoever. He's got to get a player to come in and replace one of those players. So that's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to get a player to say, I will. I'll go to Liverpool because I'm going to sit on the bench. Because if you're any good, you got any ideas of playing in the first team, you got to out one of those players. They're not a team that will chuck the money around just for chucking the money around. We're not a club at the moment for just chucking it around for the sake of it, are they? They certainly won't do that. But is the money there? I don't know. Surely it is, isn't it? Surely.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you? But
yeah. Before Ollie left, he put in the private chat. He's back again. Before he left,
that's
West
what happened.
To the league.
I was speaking to your dad.
Anyway, you're unbeaten as well, aren't you? The Hammers, you're unbeaten.
Oh yeah, we are on a roll. When are
you going to take me up there, Jake, to the Olympic Park? I want to go up there.
Sure, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, we are.
What do you think of my travel lodge? I'm staying in a travel lodge. I'm in Southampton doing an online darts thing. Look at it. This is not my house. I haven't got weird and wonderful pictures on the wall. This is the travel lodge. Fantastic, isn't it?
Brilliant. Question for you then, Ollie. Who's going to be Liverpool's key player to any sort of success this season? When I define success, I mean finishing above West Ham, which is just not going to happen.
No, I hate to say it. I think West Ham will probably find it later on in the league a bit tough. But at the moment, I mean, I reckon Harvey Elliott's been looking the strongest player, apart from Manny's great goal the other week, last week against Burnley, I think it was. But he's done. Elliott's done tremendously well. I think probably at the end, probably Jota will score the most goals. Yeah, so probably.
Yeah.
Jota, easy.
Yeah, Jota. Yeah.
Did you like that triangle on the right? They keep talking about of Trent, Elliott, and Salah, which causing sort of issues, wouldn't it? But the only thing is, it takes away from Henderson from that position where he does so well. I think Jamie Carragher said that. But first 14, 15 players, Liverpool will match anyone. But it's all about those injuries, because we know what happened last season, and it absolutely destroys you, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And fingers crossed,
Well, maybe, just maybe, you might have to go out and try and fork out masses of money if you get another centre back crisis to come and get Craig Dawson in January. You might have to, dish out the cash for Craig Dawson.
But I also thought Nat Phillips done really well at the end of the season, didn't he?
He was fantastic, wasn't he? He was absolutely fantastic, and he stayed there. He signed a new contract. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to. He's a cult hero. He's a bit of a Regi a little bit, even though he needs to leave. But he was brilliant, and he scored, didn't he? And he assisted for when they scored against United when Jota made it 1-1. He was he was great because he heads everything. But of course, he's now fifth choice. That with Gomez now on the bench, fit again, well, reasonably fit, and obviously the new signing Konate and obviously Van Dijk and Matip. He likes Matip. Liverpool won't concede many again this season. I mean, I know that he's conceded one goal so far, and let's not think about it. That was not that was a flick on. I mean, that was not a shot, whatever, a header to go to. He just tried to flick it on. It ended up in the back of the net. But Liverpool won't concede many this season. They won't lose many games. And nor with Chelsea. I mean, Liverpool last season at Christmas was top of the league, and the last 8 or 9 games they had more points than any team. It was only that little spell in the middle, which wasn't a poor spell. It was an absolute disaster. They lost 6 at home on the trot. I mean, unheard of. 10 million to 1 for that to happen. But it happened, and it shows that anything's possible. West Ham nearly got Champions League space. Anything's possible.
Yeah. That's similar to going back to what Mike was saying about losing Wijnaldum. Should they have replaced him with a more experienced midfielder? Because they will miss him. I mean, Elliott's only 18, isn't he? So there will be
a different type of player. I mean, this Harvey Elliott. I mean, is he that sort of link sometimes to open up? That they took Henderson off. Obviously, he's just coming back, maybe a little bit thinner, but they took Henderson off and left Elliott on at home to Chelsea. It won all that. That shows he's playing with confidence. But I think there's lots to come from him. Lots and lots. Let's say how well he's done. I think he's done well, but there's lots more than that.
Thiago as well, isn't it? Thiago.
Yeah, he's a player, isn't he? And of course they've got hopefully he can stay fit. That they can. It's all about staying fit. But it's not having these big squads. But it's generally the teams that can sort of keep the core players together. Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Salah. That through there is world class, as good as anywhere in the world. You've got to keep those players fit. Fabinho is important. Every player, when Liverpool playing well, I always say to a friend of mine, I said, if you look, name your man of the match. If Liverpool playing well, out of those 11 players, 12 players, who will be man of the match? And one week it'll be Van Dijk, next minute it's Salah, then it might be Trent, the goalkeeper. You know what I mean? There's class all over that pitch.
Henderson, and it closing everyone down like he does.
Yeah. There is, and it is this. Apart from Wijnaldum, it is the same team that battered everyone in the league. In won it lost one game out of about like 65 whatever over the 2 seasons. So he was. So they've got it. It's all there. But it'd be interesting to know when Klopp releases a book, when he writes his autobiography. Did he want to sign anyone this season? You don't hear
when he writes his autobiography. When he writes his autobiography, when he looks back and says, "Well, in the benefit of hindsight, in January I would have put a £20 million bid in for Craig Dawson to save Liverpool season.
But I personally think he's got belief in Thiago myself. I think he thinks Thiago is replaced Wijnaldum. Now that's something we will see as the league goes on.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Henderson does that tidying up job, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Fabinho's their main defense in Henderson. Then they got Milner and Keita and Oxlade, Chamberlain and Elliott and Curtis Jones and Keita. You know, there's plenty there. As long as they all stay fit. But again, this season, I think when they play in Carabao Cup, they're away to Man City. I mean, away to Norwich City, and of course, nice little even Champions League group. I mean, that was fantastic, wasn't it? I mean, in Pot B, in the Champions League, in Pot B, which means you can't draw any then because Liverpool were in Pot B, there was 30 previous winners. They won the European Cup, Champions League 30 times, right? 66 winners in total, I think it was. 30 of them were in Pot B, and yet Liverpool still managed to draw a 7 times winner, a 3 times winner, a 2 times winner, sorry, and a 3 times a team who've been in the final 3 in the last 10.
Focus this season,
possible? How is that possible?
Paul, the focus this season is on the Europa League because that's where West Ham are. But anyway,
that's the big one. Yeah,
that's the big one. Anyway, thank you very much, Paul and Ollie. Paul, I know you got to go, and Ollie, thank you very much for.
You're welcome, Jake. No problem at all, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good work. Nice to see you're unbeaten. There's only a few teams in the country unbeaten in the league, and it's nice to see that Liverpool and West Ham are, in fact, 2 of those.
I'm looking forward to you taking me up to watch West Ham one day this season as well, Jake.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Right then, we can't. Before we go, thank you very much, Jay Hustle, for the £1 donation. Greatly appreciated. Before we go, we can't resist talking about West Ham for a minute, Mike, can we?
We've got to have a chat about that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we're second in the. There's plenty to be happy about. It's 4 decent signings. Okay, yeah, I said maybe, James asked me how many out of 10 would you rate our transfers? I said 7 out of 10 because, to be honest, I didn't think we'd get 4 players as good as that, full stop. So, yeah, still short of a striker, we know that, but
how much does the lack of left back and striker worry you?
Yeah, it still does worry me. I still wouldn't give up on Lingard in January.
No, neither would I. He'll be mark my word, it'll be 10 million quid in January because he would have had no game time, and he would have been fell out of favour with Southgate again because he's just not playing football, and he'll be coming back to West Ham. I can see it.
Yeah, I think he will. I really do think he will because now they've signed Ronaldo. I mean, that's knocked him back down the pecking order a little bit. I can't see him getting many games. I know they're involved in lots of competitions like us, so he get the odd game here and there. But he could be a main man for,
Yeah.
I think it was a 25 million asking price that I don't think we were prepared to spend out.
Yeah. Josh says 10 out of 10 if we had a striker for sure. 10 out of 10 if we had a striker and a left back. I'd have went brilliant. There we go. Yeah, here we go. P. Gads says, who's playing international football other than your boy Yarmolenko tonight? Yeah. Tonight, we've got our boy Declan Rice playing tonight for England, which kicks off in about 5 minutes' time. So because I know all of you, really want to go and watch that because you're all like, oh, come on, Jake, finish the show because we all want to go and watch England play Hungary. And our 3 Czech boys are playing tonight. We'll get to see Alex Crow play for the first time tonight. Souček and Soufal, of course, are the mainstays in the Czech Republic side as they play Belarus tonight. But any other West Ham things you'd like to talk about before the eagerly anticipated England versus Hungary game kicks off?
No, not too much, mate. Just looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, Southampton away. It should be good.
Yeah, Southampton away is, we've got a good record against the Saints. So,
I think it's key. As much as we are international break, we've only just started the season. I think it's key for players that aren't going out on international break. You've got players like Angelo Bonner resting up, Lucas Fabianski, all of these players. I think Kurt Zuma's out with France, but it just gives these times Jared Bowen. It just gives these players just a little bit of a rest for a week or so.
They need a rest. Fornals is in the squad, isn't he?
Fornals is in the Spanish squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't give him a break. Ben Rama's in the Algerian squad. He's not playing tonight, though. Somebody did say up in the chat earlier on. Benny not started tonight. I haven't seen the team sheet. I didn't think to look, to be honest with you. But that's a shame if he's not playing today. Or maybe it's good. Maybe it is good for us. Let's have a look here. Looking forward to seeing Crowd tonight. Oh, we have. Yeah. We are looking forward. I'm looking forward to sardines. I'm not eating the sardines now. Listen, I was going to do it last night, but we just didn't manage to get around to it. Fabs will be doing a lot of resting soon. It's a bit harsh on him, but I think Ariola does come in, doesn't he, Mike?
Yeah, I think so. Didn't have the greatest game, did he?
He didn't.
Palace didn't get a big enough hand on that one. I mean, it still might have went in, even if he'd got a bigger hand on it, might have popped up to someone else. But I think it's time to give the lad a chance.
No. Robert, it's not. Daya thinks he can beat Jake on the go-karts. Not a chance. Not a chance. Daya will learn one day. He will learn that I am the cadet, and I will beat him one day. Just one day. Come on, you sardines. Oh, don't say COWS, because you'll think it's saying come on, you Spurs. No. Come on, you sardines. It's even worse. They're coming. Anyway, Mike, thank you very much for co-hosting. Anything you'd like to say before we go?
No, just the one thing, mate.
There's one more thing, though. Make sure you hit the like button.
How many we got, Jake?
We've got 33. Oh, you're joking. We are
two more.
It will come. But drop a like on the stream. Share it if you'd like on your social media. Subscribe on the other side of the screen. Tell you what I can do. I can switch this around. Look. Ooh, there it is. Mike's in the box seat now.
No, don't leave me out.
No. So yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new around here. And as Mike says, there's only one thing left to say. We're second, and come on, you Irons. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.